So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for this, for coming to this session. We're going to discuss a rather interesting topic. I just pull up my screen. But while I pull up my screen, a small question to you. You can use the chat window. Is there anybody over here who's scared or is uncomfortable with sales? You quickly type in the chat window. Anybody over here who's not comfortable, who feels sales is... Hi, Rajesh. Welcome. So all of us are very comfortable with sales. Hi, Manisha. Okay, Manisha says no. So what about the others? Come on, it has to be an interactive session. Pratima is not very comfortable. Okay. So today's session is all about selling without selling. Now, why is it that we have to sell but without selling? I'll make it a little fast because we don't have much time in this session. Selling without selling because who is the world's most hated professional? Everybody hates this professional. No, it's not police officers, right? The world's most hated professional is the sales professional. Because whenever we see a salesperson approaching or a salesperson trying to talk to us, we have this automatic Captain America ka shield in front of us. We are always very defensive when we see a salesperson. Right, Lata? You're absolutely right. Yep. So because a salesperson means, okay, this person is trying to sell something and I have to part with my money. Nobody in the world wants to share, wants to spend money. Okay. Thanks, Fatima. All right. So before I get into the details of how to sell without selling, let us try to understand one thing. What is sales? What is selling? Selling is basically when I want a person to do something that I want that person to do. Like it's creating a strong desire to do or buy what I am selling. First, that desire has to be seeded. For example, if a person is not interested in bikes, motorcycles, then even if I show that person the best Hayabusa or Harley, they are not interested. That desire is not there. But if a person is out to buy a car or a bike, maybe that person says, I want to buy a great bike like a Hayabusa. I can still make that person buy a Royal Enfield because my purpose is to sell a Royal Enfield. For that, I have to create a strong desire in the other person to buy a Royal Enfield, right? So how do we do that? Very interesting. The moment I approach you as a salesperson, you will be defensive. You will not want to listen to me. You will be closed, right? So I have to take some other approach. I'll tell you how I learned this. I learned this from an absolutely fabulous sales institute. I joined the sales program and it trained me everything about being a salesman, how to sell without selling. That I'm actually successfully selling and it is not appearing that it doesn't appear that I am selling to someone and people are buying on their own. It's like a magic mantra. It was fabulous what that sales program taught me, right? By the way, now that I just told you about the sales program, that this amazing sales program, it taught me how to speak, it taught me how to present, it taught me how to create an interest. Do you also want to join the sales program? Just tell me if it creates an interest in you that okay, I want to know about the sales program. At least I want to know. Hello, yeah, but I would do. Any response? This is an amazing sales program, by the way. Don't worry, I'm not trying to sell that sales program to you. But does it create an interest? And some kind of a curiosity. Yeah, Vijay Kumar says, I want to know. What about the others? Arti says yes, right? The others, okay, I'm hoping that also Dheeraj also says yes. You know what, people, the secret is there is no such sales program. I just made this story up. This is what I call, okay, who else? Lata also says yes. This is what I call uh, customer approach. I have used it and I am delighted. I'm just telling you that, right? This restaurant, you know, I went to Mumbai. I went to Lucky Restaurant. People, please be on mute, everyone. I went to Lucky Restaurant. Amazing food, amazing food. The softest meat I've ever had anywhere. Now, if you're a non-vegetarian and if you are in Mumbai or if you go to Mumbai, or even when you're listening to me now, don't you feel like going to Lucky Restaurant? I'm praising it like anything as a customer, not a salesperson, mind you, as a customer. So if I'm telling you about this is what I just used right now. I went to this sales program and this sales program taught me everything. At least that seed is being created in your mind that I want to know more. And if now things are favorable, like the program, the price, everything is favorable, there is a good chance that you might be going for a sales program, which actually does not exist. Right? So this is how you create an impress. Now, every person, if you're selling something, it is very important that you know about that product or service, your own product or service from the customer's point of view. How good is the customer's experience? If I'm selling a course, for example, what is the experience of the other people? How have they benefited? It's very important to know. And when I'm trying to sell my course or something else, I would pretend that I am a customer of this and I have benefited enormously from it, right? That will create the desire. This is the first approach. People in the chat box quickly say if this approach helped or if you think that this is going to help you. Mind you, here you're not a salesperson. You're the customer. You're posing as if you're the customer. Okay, Lata says yes. Others also, yeah. Vijay Kumar says yes. People, thank you very much for the responses. Customers approach, Lata, it's a good question. It will depend on your understanding of whatever you're selling, you should have a very uh, good idea of what you are selling and how it benefits the other person. So customizing according to the needs of the other person, yes. If it is a first sale, Dheeraj, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This particular uh, example that I gave, this can be a first sale as well. But you have to be aware of what the customer gets from this product. All right. Then there's another approach. Okay, I have another. It can work for Balsi. Now, if you are standing in front of a crowd as a salesperson, then it becomes difficult because they already know that you are trying to sell. But suppose you are traveling in a bus, okay, and in a bus there are a lot of people, and suppose, let me give you an example. In fact, suppose you have a restaurant or in some place in say uh, any tourist place, any place, Goa. You have a place in Goa. So let me think of something. Let me go to Mumbai, board a bus in Goa. Think of this. And in this bus, I'm pretending to be a traveler to Goa. And here I'm talking about, I've been to Goa many times. And there's this restaurant. Please try out this restaurant. Okay. It's XYZ restaurant. Try it. It is fantastic. The food is very good. I'm not saying that, I'm a salesperson. I'm saying I'm a customer. Now, is this ethical or unethical? I don't know. If I'm a customer, I like the food. Yes. Customers say that they like the food. I'm selling that. Now, whether this ethical or not, that's a good question. If you have asked me this question, I don't have any answer. But you are not going to say something that is wrong. I'm giving the feedback that my customers have given me. If the customer says that the bhindi masala is very good, I will say that try the bhindi masala there. It's amazing, right? If the customers say that the fish was not that great, I will not recommend the fish. I will not talk about the fish. I will say that if you want good quality bhindi masala rice and homely food, go to this restaurant. It's fantastic. Just giving you an example out of the blue. So you can customize it according to your requirements. Lata, I hope that answers your question. You're in a bus where there are a lot of people. Some people might want to try out, right? The food vloggers, yeah. If you have seen the food vloggers, that is what they do. All right. The second way of you know solving making a sale. That is when you are getting a customer who knows you are a salesperson, or you have approached the person as a salesperson. Now, automatically, that person will have that Captain America kind shield in front of you. That person will be defensive. So, a lot of people, what they do is they talk about, okay, this is my product or service, this is what is going to do. The typical wrong approach, very common, typical wrong approach. No, how can it solve my problem? Talk about the customer's problem. So, what are the problems that you are facing? One amazing thing that many people do is they actually qualify customers. They say that, okay, what is the problem that you're facing? Okay, if this is like, I'll give you an example. I have seen a particular digital marketer who did a webinar. And in the webinar, he taught some basics about digital marketing. And he says, if you want a done for you service, then I'm there at a higher program. The typical upselling that people do in most webinars. And that added something. He said, come to me only if you are a coach or a consultant. If you're doing something else, if you're a shop or something, then probably I'm not the right person for you. So it is like, that is a problem solver approach, not a salesman approach. Then, if you, whatever you are, I don't care, buy my product. No, you have a problem. You have a problem. I have the solution to the problem, and talk entirely about the solution. Here, I use the term solution provider, but the actual term would be educator approach. Educate. Suppose somebody has come to me to buy mobiles, right? And now I'm going to ask questions that, why do you need the mobile? Are you like heavily into gaming? No, I'm not heavily into gaming. In that case, or mobile, or say a laptop, a better example, laptop. Are you heavily into gaming? No, I'm not into gaming. I hardly play games. So I will not talk about gaming laptops. So you don't need a gaming laptop. Why do you need a laptop? I need it for office work. Will you be running heavy software? Will you be doing a lot of Zoom calls? The customer says, I am entirely on Zoom throughout the day. In that case, you need a strong battery, because Zoom or video conferencing, they take a lot of battery power. So I would recommend this laptops because they have got very good battery power. So even throughout the day you're on Zoom, doesn't matter. You don't need to keep on charging it continuously. So this is where I'm solving the problem. A person wants to buy a laptop, I'm giving the best fit for that person. This person will now not think of going to someone else and buying another laptop. That person is getting a solution, will buy that laptop from me. Was I able to clarify people how this approach works? You are educating. How does this help your problem? Not selling something. Okay, does it help people? Educate how it solves your problem. Okay, Rekha, thank you very much. Others, any benefit from this method? Problem solution. Educate how to solve a problem. Vijay Kumar says, definitely. Thank you very much. All right. Okay. I would request everyone to be on mute, please. And the third approach. Okay. The third approach, I'll give you an example here as well. Suppose I'm selling memberships to people, please be on mute unless you want to talk to me. Okay.
Miss Lakshmi, you have to be on mute, I guess. Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, let's continue. Okay. Suppose you are trying to sell the membership or a membership to say country club. It's a holiday membership. And I'm talking about something else totally. I'm not talking about country club. I'm talking about maybe XYZ holidays. In this conversation, I talk about XYZ holidays, and I say, I went to this XYZ holidays, and it's not that great. It's like in the conversation that's happening. I'm running a little fast because we are short of time. Otherwise, I would have actually done live case studies. XYZ holidays, it's there, and I didn't like it. It's not that great. No, the rooms are not that good. The food is not that good. Try country club. Country club is amazing. I've been to country club once, and it's fantastic. Excellent rooms, excellent food, very good sightseeing, and so on. So, did you understand what I'm trying to do? I use an approach of a contrast. That this is bad, this is good. This is what all the detective novels, Sherlock Holmes, and all the great detective creators they have used. All these detectives they have an assistant who is comparatively stupid, not that intelligent. They ask questions to these detectives and they clarify. Watson and others, right? So that contrast approach is used to highlight the intelligence of the Sherlock Holmes. Similarly, I will use some other product to highlight that this product is very good. For example, okay, right. So suppose somebody says that I want to buy a suit, but I'm not very much into suits today. I'll go to some ordinary tailor. Yeah, brother, somebody needs to mute. Thank you. Yeah, so I'll go to some ordinary tailor. And I'm like, ordinary tailor is fine, but you know, that cloth, the material of the cloth, the tailoring, the fit of the suit, that not be very good, may not be very good. First, go to Raymond's. This one, I'm first highlighting that this one is not good. Then I'm saying go to Raymond's. If you have to buy one suit in your lifetime, go to Raymond's. They have all the budgets. They have good cloth, very good tailors, very good fit. You buy one suit that is going to last you for 10 years. So I'm using another entity to highlight entity that I want to sell. Are you able to understand this? This one is bad. This one is good. Automatically, the appearance of that other product that I'm trying to sell, it's inflated, it's magnified because I'm contrasting it with someone else. Will this approach work for service providers? Let me give you an example right now. Who asked this question, by the way? Yes, Bratati. I'll give you an example right now. So this is my example. I have been a customer of Alliance for my broadband for a long time, right? Alliance is very good. Alliance, the connection is very good. The internet speed is fabulous. But then one day the router broke down. And I'm at a standstill because I need to work. Without the internet, I don't have router, I don't have any work. Right. How much will the mobile hotspot help me? So I called up Alliance. Yes, we are sending. That entire day went by. The next day went by, no one. Third day, night at 7 o'clock in the evening, they're calling me. Okay, where's your address? We'll send someone tomorrow. I got so furious, I changed over to Geo service. Geo, Geo router. Okay. Geo fiber, sorry. Again, the same thing happens. Geo is also good. The quality of the speed is good. And the quality of the internet, everything is fine. Once again, the router conked out one day because it's a device, right? It's a device. It's an electronic device. I immediately went to my app and lodged a complaint. Within 4 hours, there was a person in my house. Now you tell me, should I go to Alliance Broadband or should I go to Geo? Go for Geo, boss. Alliance is very good. Alliance is going to give you a good speed, but God help you when your router breaks down. They are not going to come. They take 2 days just to wake up. Okay. Pratati, did this approach help? I'm trying to sell Geo Fiber. Pratati and the others. Selling a service, internet service. Are you able to understand how the contrast thing works? Thank you,
Yes.
Pratati. The others?
Yeah.
Right.
Can I?
So these are
Can I?
some of the techniques. Yes, please, somebody want to say
Yeah.
something?
Lata here. Lata here.
Hi, Lata.
Hi. This is if I know you were the discussion here was regarding the product service you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Probably product service would have that kind of a, because people understand, people require it and they take it. But when we are
Mm-hmm.
talking about something like career counseling, hardly
Mm-hmm.
anybody knows about it, right? Career
Okay.
counseling or digital habit, hardly anybody knows because it isn't a product that we are selling.
Okay, got it.
product entity. So,
Understood.
how are we going to pitch in this career counseling or any other life coach or anything that we are talking about if we are trying to pitch in this?
Okay. So here actually I needed some time to explain this, but I'll make it short. But that you also have the same question, right? So suppose I'm selling my career counseling services. Now here, what I can do is that I'll combine them. I'll give you an example right now to think of it right now. I'll combine them. Let me see if this works. I'm trying it right now. Uh, you want career counseling. I'll tell you, don't go for career counseling, right? Because career counseling is like I sit with you, I talk about different kinds of career approaches. That's it, career counseling done. I can help you in a different way. I don't do career counseling. I do psychometric counseling. First, I use particular model, Howard Gardner's model, identify the strengths of your child, right? What are the strengths of your child? This is that. I will be able to chart out some kind of, I'll be able to sit down with you and brainstorm on what is the correct kind of career. Okay, here I'm using the educator approach as well as, the contrast approach. Career counseling, it's just this. We're going to talk about different careers. But I'm going to use this approach. I'm going to use an approach that involves identifying your child's strengths, weaknesses. For example, if I talk about, say, your child should be going to IAS. IAS is a very good career. But does your child have the aptitude for IAS? So this is an approach that I can think of right now on this short call. But does it help you? Because it might require some, contrast. Here, when you say contrast, I'll tell you one thing, one disclaimer. It actually helps more when you're trying to talk about some product that is not your own. For example, if you're selling enlightening minds is not my product. It is somebody else's product. I'm selling it. We are all aware of enlightening minds, I'm sure. So here I say, there are many kinds of the child product and blah, blah, blah. They are this, but enlightening minds is fabulous. If you want, I can connect you to enlightening minds. They are fabulous. So the contrast approach works more with selling a third party product. With my own product, educated approach is more viable, right? Does it make also the first one that I said, customer approach, that is also better if you're selling a third party product. Enlightening minds is also a good example. Does this answer your question? But yes, some amount of contrast and customer, that also helps. It's how you merge them. How you create your sales pitch. Your sales pitch has to be created very carefully. What exactly you're going to say, what your elevator pitch is. I've seen a lot of people who don't have a defined sales pitch. They just say whatever comes to their mind. That is wrong. All right. I hope that helped. Anybody? Did that help?
If I am not dragging it too far, when we are sitting in a group of people, a group of entrepreneurs who have products on their hands, but we are somebody who's trying to give them something which is absolutely abstract. Probably they don't understand what we are talking about, right? So, if you can elaborate, like maybe not this session, some other session, they're gonna, how are
Yeah.
we supposed to pitch in that kind of
Something
a
which is an abstract product, something which they are not aware of. I'll tell you something. I was a member, I'm a member of BNI as a business coach. And I have got this weird question from business people. "But what exactly do you do?" And I'm like taken aback that a business people, they do not know what a business coach does. So uh, I think that is what you are talking about. That's something that
yeah,
you
yeah,
do not,
yeah.
something that they don't realize. The approach that really works here is first talk about what happens when you are not there. Career counseling. You know, people don't know how to choose a career. And 90% people, they enter the wrong careers. When I say wrong careers, what I mean is that they are getting into careers just for the fascination. That I'm going to get into this career and these are the rewards. But do I have the aptitude, the right capability of going into those careers? I might crack an entrance exam and join. But that doesn't mean that I'll be doing very well in those careers. For a person, for example, person who is not very uh, good with speaking, if that person does an MBA and goes into marketing and gets into sales, that's a wrong career. Because in order to get into sales, you have to be very good with speaking. Again, if a person does an MBA, I want to be a finance professional. But does that person enjoy mathematics? Does that person really love working with numbers? If not, then that person will be a total failure when it comes to finance. Do you agree with me at this point?
Yes, 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 we do.
Right.
We do. Yeah.
So that is the problem. Now, if I talk about the problem, then what is the solution? The solution is it is very impossible to guide a person. What does a career counselor do? Career counselor's job is to guide the person according to that person's strengths, attributes. That is where that person will be happy and successful. If I like that, that film Captain America. If you have watched that movie, there's this guy who's very short and very lanky, right? And he wants to join the army to fight. And every time he's getting rejected, till that, he gets injected with some serum and becomes very powerful. That is when he gets into the army. So if I'm very short and lanky and, I have spent my entire childhood watching war films and Rambo is my hero, and I want to go to the battlefield and fire that machine gun, that's my fascination. In real life, I won't be able to lift the machine gun. Yeah. So the career counselor will tell me that, this is your strength, this is your weakness. Instead of being the soldier, if that is your fascination, you have good looks and everything. You can try being I mean, just giving you a weird example. Okay. That's out of the blue. You can be an actor. You can fire a machine gun, or even you can fire a rocket launcher, a howitzer from your shoulder. Okay. So that's a weird example. Don't take it seriously. So that is what the career counselor's job is. So that is how you educate. Again, the educator model. Does that help? I mean, maybe later on, as you said, I can do a full-fledged session on this, and
Yeah,
maybe do a lot of role plays also. But for the timing, I think, does this help?
yeah, sure, sure. It does, it does. Thank you.
Yeah. What is the problem and how you're solving the problem?
Yeah.
Very good questions, by the way. I got really good questions in this particular session. Yeah, Rekha, thank you very much. So I think I'd hand it over to Abhilash. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for your participation.
Thank you so much, sir. It was wonderful hearing to you. Learned a lot.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
Same here, sir. Same here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. It was a good session. Thank you.